No to co, lecimy dalej. Ajwar nas tu upił. O, kotek. Ajwar nas tu upił. Nie wiemy, co się stało. Mamy wielkiego kaca. Lecimy na koronację. Bo przegapimy. Będziemy mieli przesrane. Chyba że Ajwar zrobił to specjalnie, żeby coś tam... Wiecie, żebym się w coś nie wtrącał. Mam nadzieję, że nie. I mam nadzieję, że wyrabiam się z 2 odcinkami dziennie. Z Rezydenta i z Valhalli 1. Oby tak. Bo coś mnie strasznie net szwankuje i dłużej się wrzucają te filmy. Tutaj. Sprawdźmy. Już siedzi.
Where is my son?
Oho.
We sent word to Repton, but we've had no word, Lord. I suggest we carry on.
Ja pierdzielę, ja coś czuję, że Iwar go porwał czy coś. Gdzieś go przetrzymuje. Jest król, kurde, tchórzów.
You sought me out, old friend. And here I am, standing before the throne from which I reigned not long ago. You stand before us to accept this Witten's unanimous decision. That you are unfit to rule, and are hereby deposed. We demand the abdication of your kingdom and your crown to Thane Chairwolf.
Oho, wstaje.
Mercia has spoken, Lord. The crown.
O, dziwnie się uśmiechnął.
Old friend? Ah, yes, I see it now. Forgive me. The robes of righteousness sit so loosely upon your shoulders. If the heavens mismark me as king, forgive its obscuring light. Amen. Now, where is my crown?
Co tu się dzieje?
Forgive my nerves. Here I am, an upright man who never once learned how to bend the knee. And yet, I shall try. Ah, how simple it is. How easy to
Co mu
kneel
odjebało?
without fear and feeling.
He's mocking you, man. I'd kill the fucker.
Worry not, Dane.
Ja pierdzielę.
I shall resign this crown and this pagan-infested kingdom and the favors of these two-faced men. But I will do so on my terms. My demands are simple. Firstly, you must...
O, jak mu strzelił liścia.
You fool. Look around you. You have no leverage here. Plead for your life, for it is the only thing these men will grant you.
Kurde, Kleewolf pokazał swoją mroczniejszą twarz.
Yes,
Stracił cierpliwość.
forgive me, I... Do not harm me. I beg of you. Please. I'll go anywhere. Here.
Co mu się stało?
I resign it. Here. Take this lord and his wife
Się w
to
ogóle
Rome.
zachowuje inaczej niż
He is
wcześniej.
hereby exiled, never to return.
Nie rozumiem, co się dzieje. Nie wiem, psychika mu padła, czy co? Czy ma jakiś plan?
The Witten recognizes King Chairwolf of Mercia, second of his name. A just king, a merciful king. God save the king!
Zawsze się zastanawiałem, jak te wszystkie korony pasują na każdą głowę, jak każdy miał kiedyś inną głowę. To przecież trzeba było przecież nową robić, a nie, że sobie przejmie z tamtego. Przecież on miał
Loyal
inną
to the
głowę.
ugly and the bastard.
Gather what men you have and split them between the north and south gates. That should divide his forces.
Chilbert is there.
czytałem, co
Eivor, you
ten,
must
co się
save
stało.
my son.
He will come through this, I promise.
Czyli
I will
jednak.
stay here with Chillwolf. Go.
Czyli jednak w Repton coś się stało z tym synem. No mówiłem.
Wonder is that Punis je toich.
Dobra, no przenieśmy się. Do Repton. I sprawdźmy, co tam się dzieje. Z tym synalkiem tatusia.
They have breached the walls. I must find Jailbird.
Oj, oj, oj. O fuck, ile ciał. Co tu się stanęło?
Jailbird? No, but we caught sight of Leofrey fleeing across the river. He was chasing someone.
It has to be Jailbird. He is the only prize worth taking from this mutzing.
Wstawaj.
My thanks, Avon. Watch for the counter!
Coś mnie tam prowadzi. Jara się coś. Kurde, te podwójne, podwójne toporki to jest mocna sprawa.
God damn you! To hell with you!
Robert, gdzie ty kuźwa jesteś? A ten gościu sobie tu stoi. Wszyscy się biją, a ten sobie tu stoi, tak? Super jesteś, gościu. Na wyspie Włóczęgu. O, jakiś skarb.
Jailbird, he's in trouble.
I won't back down, Leofrey. I will not. Don't make this harder than it has to be, boy.
Please.
O Jezu,
you
to
do not
ten
want to do
gościu.
this. Leofred, let him walk. You answer to me.
I answer to my king. I silence Danes with this.
Boże, ile on ma blizn. O, boss
Lay it
fighting.
by, Leofred. There's nothing left to fight for. We've stormed Repton. Only a matter of time.
I cannot do that.
Then you will die.
Someone will.
No na pewno ja nie zginę.
You can't win this, Leofred. Even if you defeat me, the Ragnarsons have won the day.
I have fought many a Dane in my time. I'm still standing.
I'm still standing.
You're slowing. You are strong-willed Thane. Bergrid was lucky.
To stand in the way of you and Mercia is my
Zmienił ten.
duty. I will die before I
Coś
yield.
mi nie działa to. O. Hamę ładuje. Widzicie, to strasznie dziwnie działa. Muszę w dobrym momencie kliknąć.
You're finished.
Not yet.
Okej, kolejne stadium. No, dawaj. No i po tobie. Dobra, to było easy.
End it.
No appeal to your god or your king.
I swore an oath to serve Borgred to the death. I fought. I lost.
A ja bym
We
go
both know
oszczędził.
how this goes.
An honorable Thane fighting a dishonorable war. Bergrid abandoned him, betrayed his trust. If I were Leofrid, I would want to know.
Why rob him of this last glory? A warrior ready to meet his god and bask in his praise. To live will only lead him to shame.
It's not an oath he would keep if he knew the truth.
Then choose. Truth or glory.
Mam wybór? Ja bym go oszczędził. Bo on wierzył w to, co ten jego król mówił, a on sam był takim dwulicowym kurde śmieciem.
Stand, Leofrid. Live to fight another day.
What?
Your loyalty to Berkred is not a loyalty returned. He resigned the crown and fled to Rome. He's gone.
You lie.
Lie to a man seconds from death? What would I gain? He saved himself and left you to die. All this fighting, it's for nothing. For no one. To betray one so trusted. So close. It's a dishonor worth 1,000 deaths.
Eivor, you have shown me a great kindness. It is only fitting that I do the same. At Venonis, there is a statue with a scroll laid in a small bowl. You must burn it.
A scroll.
Your name is on this scroll.
What?
At Burgred's request, I put it there. When it is found, the zealots who read it will hunt you.
Who are they?
It doesn't matter now, you haven't much time. Burn the scroll, or they will never
Widzicie?
stop hunting you.
Opłacało się go oszczędzić.
Where will you go now?
Rome.
O, będzie zemsta na królu. Do powodzenia.
Come on. Let's take you back.
Zemsta,
Careful, you're
zemsta
injured.
I'm all right, really.
na
A few nicks and
królu.
cuts from the battle, that's all.
Będzie fajnie, tu. Tylko, że tutaj Rzymu nie mamy, tylko Angię, do tego na pewno nie
These
zobaczymy.
wounds will heal quickly. You're lucky.
I threw myself at him, Eivor. But he only toyed with me. He knew I couldn't touch him.
You should have stayed hidden. Jailbird, this wasn't your fight.
It was. It was our fight. Yours, mine, my father's. I had to help.
And you did. You showed courage today. Bravery. You are a boy no longer.
Jak tu cicho się zrobiło, nikogo nie ma.
Back there with Leofrith. I didn't think you'd spare him.
There's no honor in killing a man misled. He believed his king would die fighting for Mercia.
He knows the truth now.
And with that truth, he forges a new path. You were right about him, Jailbert. And right to believe the line that divides us can be thinner than it seems.
A jednak się pomyliłem, Ivar go nie porwał. To
Jailbird!
jakiś szczęśliwy.
Look at you! Bloody and battle-worn. Could be chieftain of your own clan with courage like that.
No less than the king of Mercia, brother. One of these days.
And how is my father taking to his new role?
See for yourself.
You're an Ortlinger now. Or Athling, I think you'd say. Next in line for the throne. It's an honorable title. One that demands good judgment. Be careful who you trust.
My son. Are you well?
Yes, father. Well enough.
He honored you today. Fought bravely against many stalwart foes.
You have my thanks. All of you. And my blessing.
No dobra, to ale co teraz? Co teraz?
What happens now?
Word of Burgred's deposition will spread quickly. The other kingdoms of England will soon enough know that Mercia has a new king.
The remaining kingdoms of England won't respect your path to power.
Nor will many in my kingdom. Burgred's soldiers will stand tall in the face of this turmoil, all across Mercia, against us.
That we shall remedy soon enough. I am riding for Oxenfordshire directly, to forge an alliance with some
Jesus.
thanes there.
Shall I go with you?
Not till I know more. Linger here a while if you can. Strengthen our friendships. I will send for you
Ja
soon
już
enough.
umocniłem z sobą.
I would feel better if Ceolbert was away from here until Mercia is more stable. Would you welcome him among your clan?
Do you have a horse, young Atheling?
I do. A young steed called Theobald.
Good. I can ride with you as far as the river Nene. You may find your way from there.
Thank you, Sigurd. This puts my mind at ease.
No, na razie się wszystko dobrze skończyło.
Be ready for my call, Eivor. It will come.
You and Sigurd make a good pair. The future of England will be pagan from top to bottom. Take this, Wolf-Kissed, as a sign of friendship. And should you call, the brothers Ragnarsson will come.
You honor me, Ubba.
See that? Sly bastard, trying to win your heart. Well, two can play at that game.
How kind of you, Ivar.
My pleasure. Our friendship is the best thing to come from this mess. Maybe Ceolbert too, the brave little twig.
That is good to hear.
No i dobrze, co teraz? Co dalej? Co dalej robimy?
Now then, Leofrid said there are hunters after me. Zealots. If I don't clear my name, I will be marked for death. I should head to Venanis.
No to trzeba tam lecieć. A gdzie to jest? O proszę, ja już tu byłem. No to musimy spalić te zwoje, żeby nie wiedzieli, że mają mnie ścigać. Muszę być ukryty? Wink wink. No jedna tajemnica mi została, ja wiem jaka.
What do you see?
No chciałbym tego w końcu zaatakować, gnoja.
Now it seems the wind calls me back to Randvi. Let's tell her the good news.
Pergamin musi spłonąć przed jutrzejszym zmierzchem. Mogę tego typa w końcu pokonać sobie? O jebany, co on robi?
Confound you!
Dwa toporki dobrze działają na niego. Dobrze, że ona mi pomaga. No i tyle z jej pomocy. Ale dzięki za pomoc i tak. Ja cię pokonam, gościu. Kiedyś tam. Okej, no tego nie przewidziałem. Fuck. Już rzuca, kurde. Śmieć mały. No przecież nacisnąłem te kółgłupie. Odskocz. Gościu się podpalił, czy mi się zdaje? No nie wierzę. Szybko, szybko! Nie! Tak! Dobij śmiecia. Jaka piękna animacja.
I once served and prayed under St. Chad at Tamworth. I was a monk. I should have stayed there.
Did St. Chad die with his axe in his hand?
St. Chad will be revered for avoiding the axe. I wish I had done so myself and not taken a path full of violent honor. The old gods will fade from our sight in time. God forgive me, for I have sinned.
No i spoko, mamy kolejnego. Ale kurde, dostałem. Kolejny poziom. 82, co? Lekki łuk. A nie, to bym chciał zresetować, tego nie chcę jednak. Odporność na ataki wręcz, o proszę. Ekwipunek. Mogę coś tu dodać. Tylko co? Czy mamy jakieś fajne runy? Odporność na lekkie ataki. Plus 3 do pancerza. Odporność na ataki wręcz. Dobra, potem się tym zajmiemy. Teraz trzeba znaleźć...
I need your eyes, my
Dobra,
friend.
to jest tam. Łoż kurwa! To jest tam. Spalmy ten pergamin. A już tutaj byłem kiedyś. Sobie tu wejdźmy. No, słuchaj. Gdzie jest ten pergamin? Znowu zamknięte? Zaraz. To nie tutaj. Gdzieś na górze. Co to ma być?
Have a look, Sunan. There. That's the statue the zealots use.
No tak, jest. A, i tu jest włożone. Eivor z klanu Kruka Leicester. Nic nie ma. Myślałem, że to jest gdzieś pod spodem, a to nie.
Nothing but smoke and ashes now. That should get those zealots off my back.
Zeloci nie będą na ciebie polować, ale mimo to są trudnymi przeciwnikami. Wiem. Wiem. Wiem to wiem. Wiem, że są trudnymi przeciwnikami. Dobra, to co teraz? Zadania. Wróć do Randwi. Okej. No to wracamy do Randwi. A tu coś jeszcze było. Się boję tego robić, bo tu jest niby pokazane, że 250 moc. A tu jest co? Tu jest na 90, nie? Było? Dobra, to tam sobie zaraz wrócimy. Najpierw ulepszmy sobie, zróbmy sobie tatuaż ten. To do tatuażu. Bo chcę ten. Sobie pozmieniać trochę wygląd Eivora. Trochę trzeba zmienić już ten wygląd, no już tyle odcinków minęło, nie będziemy cały czas tak samo wyglądać. Jakieś inne włosy, inne tatuaże. A, jeszcze z hejtamy można pogadać, to zaraz. To jest tatuażysta, tak? Dobrze wiem? Dobrze pamiętam? Nie. Nie, to jest piekarnia, 25 do zdrowia. O, nie. Gdzie jest Mr. Tatao? Tam. A tutaj haj tam, co? Do pogadania. Odnieść hejtami medaliony. No dobra, odniesiemy, mamy 2, nie?
Good day.
Czekasz medalion zakon... A nie, 4.
Here. This marks fewer members of the Order.
One more gone. The world is brighter for it. As a token of my deep gratitude, I want you to have this. There is...
Trujący atak? Nie, no czekaj, co to jest? Pokrywa ostrze broni trzymane w prawej ręce trującą mazią. Zatruci wrogowie odnoszą dodatkowy systematyczny obraz. Za co to zamienić? Rzut karpunem spoko. Może za trójeczkę.
I have to go.
Then go in peace.
Dobra. A ty coś masz dla mnie do sprzedania fajnego? Za opal?
Good to see you.
What do you have today?
What the fuck? Hełm łowcy. O kurwa. Jakie piękne. Ale czy tobie nie wybije trochę z rytmu? No, oczywiście, że mnie wybije.
Thank you for
Klimaty.
your patronage.
To nie są jeszcze klimaty Odyna. Znaczy Odyna, Boże.
I have to go. See you soon.
Klimaty
Goodbye for now.
Walhali. Bo to dopiero będzie w dodatkach. Tutaj jest tatuażysta, tak? 45. Buduj. Może jeszcze tą piekarnię wybuduję? Żeby mieć te zdrowie. Plus 25. Osada na 3. poziomie. Wzrósł rozgłos. Hodowla bydła, kartograf, chata Alvisa i Holgera.
Thank you, Efor. This is the place we needed.
An arrival. I wonder if Volker's among them.
Przybysze jacyś, okej.
Tove and I have some new designs.
Poka.
May I see your stores?
Co my tu mamy? To mi się podoba. O kurwa, dobra, jednak nie. Kurde, na razie jednak to jest najlepsze. To sobie zostawię. Tu co mamy? Fajne. Lewe ramię. A weźmy sobie. Albo nie, kruczka. A prawe. Weźmy takie coś. Plecy. O kuźwa. Plecy mam rozbudowane. Ło, jaki fajny wilczur. Brodę może jakąś inną sobie weźmiemy. Którą ja mam? Ja mam tą, tak? O, to może sobie weźmiemy taką. Albo taką. O Jezu, bez brody dziwnie. Weźmy sobie taką. A fryzurę może weźmy sobie... Fryzur dużo nie ma do wyboru, nie wiem czemu. Nie chcę być taki łysy. No dobra, nie ma fryzur dużo niestety.
That all for now?
Tak, na razie to
I'm
wszystko.
off. Be well, friend.
So long.
A teraz lecimy jeszcze tą piekarnię rozbudować. A potem do Randwi. To mi tam zdrowie daje, nie? Tu są te ryby, to ja ryb w ogóle nie łowię, jakoś mnie to nie kręci. Musimy mieć co jeść, żeby potem hodować jeszcze bydło. Oj, nie to. Piekarnia musi być. No i git.
Your baker is done, Tobin. And our feasting table will be warmer for it.
Eivor, that is kind of you. I hope one day I can repay you.
You are among friends here. There's no need.
No need, but a desire. An earnest one. I remember the good things people do for me. To warm my heart in times when kindnesses are few and far between. There was one more thing, though. If you
Okay.
had a moment. A grain merchant has set up downriver. I want to bring a half-dozen bags home, but I would need an extra pair of hands.
No dobra,
I can
chodźmy.
lend a hand.
That's a relief. I did not fancy asking Holger.
Tarbin, what brought you to our clan?
Your reputation.
Chodźmy na
Heard
targowisko.
folk say a band of hard-drinking, battle-scarred warriors had washed up on shore. Said you had settled in the center of Mercia, taking in whatever flotsam, jetsam, and jumble of misfits came to your docks.
And this appealed to you?
More than anything. Always been a bit of a drifter. The thought of settling in a rowdy camp felt like a good balance. And being a baker, I knew my services would not be sniffed at.
500 metrów? Trochę jest. Trzeba szybko płynąć. Gdzie to jest? Tutaj, okej. Mądra przyjaciółka. Spotkaj się z nowo przybyłymi w przystani. Raport. Najpierw chodźmy do Randwi oddać TT.
You fought Baker when we met. You have the look of someone who swings an axe.
I do hear that a lot.
But baking is your only craft, is that right?
I have always enjoyed it. And I have always been good at it. But when I'm not able to find such work, I take odd jobs where I can. So long as I can work with my hands.
Well, we have that in common.
No dobrze. Mam nadzieję, że uda się dobrze wytargować. No, słucham.
You're a warrior, a fighter. That much I know. But if you could stop fighting, what would you do?
You asked the wrong question. I can stop fighting, but to do so would be to deny the essence of who I am. I think you mean, if I had to stop fighting, what would I become?
No, you've given me the answer I wanted. It's good you've found what calls you. A rare and happy thing.
No i jesteśmy.
Yes, yes, I see you both. What can I... It's you. What are you doing in Mercia?
Collecting grain. 30 silver's worth if you can spare it. I do have the coin.
Right. Well... Take what you need and get going.
O, boi się go.
Thank you kindly.
Of course. And you take good care of yourself.
Czemu się go boją? Co to była za rozmowa dziwna? O co tu chodziło? Czemu się go tak boją?
Is that your usual vendor? He seemed a little surprised to see you.
Did he? Well, could be he knows somebody who looks like me.
Oj, Tarben, coś tu
There's no
kręcisz.
shortage of big bearded men around here, yeah?
I suppose not.
Dobra, ale nie wtrącam się, jak będziesz dobre pieczywo robił, to nie będę się w nic wtrącał. Tylko żeby potem nie było z tych większych problemów potem.
About your question earlier, what would I do if I weren't a warrior? I would ask the same of you. Is baking bread your greatest wish?
Is there something wrong with wanting to bake bread? The Romans baked bread. The Egyptians baked bread.
It is a fine trade, but is it your calling?
It is my calling to feed people, I'd say. To be of service to those I care for, and who care for me. That brings me joy.
Put that way, it is a noble pursuit.
I don't know that it's noble. It is simply what gets me up in the morning and gives me purpose for the rest of my day.
Need help with your grain?
No need, no need. I'll do the rest myself. Bring it in and put it where I like.
All right. It was good to speak with you, Tobin. A welcome diversion.
You too, Eivor. Thank you for your help.
No problemu. No to co, Randwi, co? Halo, halo! Co by tu jeszcze dodawać, co? Ja mam topory. Ja używam toporów. A gdzie tu była ta sprzedawaczka?
Cast about this land, my friend.
Kartograf, sprzedają mapy. Gospodarze rolne, które się zbiera plon. Większa wartość profilu uczty. Chata wyroczni. O kurwa, chata wyroczni. A gdzie tą ucztę mogę robić?
What do you see, Sunan?
To jest siedziba wikingów, to ulepszenie. Zbrojownia, rozmaite zestawy sprzętu i umiejętności. Koszt to, aha, to u tych. Chyba w chacie się robi te uczty, nie? Ty, no gdzie jest ta sprzedająca? Tutaj. A stoję przy niej i nie widzę, nie? Super.
I've got some new pieces with your name on them.
No dobra.
What have you got for me today?
You know you have use for this. Perfection. And I mean that.
Plus 11 do zdrowia. Kupię sobie.
An excellent purchase.
Do ataku. Spoko. Te runy chyba można i tak ściągać. Sprzedaj wszystkie drobiazgi.
I'll happily take.
No dużo tych drobiazgów
I
nie
must be on
miałem.
my way now. Goodbye.
I hope to see you soon.
Dobra, zadania. Zróbmy raport. Co tam mi w zdolnościach jeszcze pokazuje? To już miałem ten dystansowy trujący kruk. Chyba.
Eivor? A moment.
A ty kto?
Tekla, you look like you wrestled a bear. Is something wrong?
Gods, Eivor, I was robbed on the road between here and Lincoln.
By who? Did you get a good look at them?
They were Saxons, I know that much. A pack of them lifted 4 barrels of my ale and all the coin I had on me. The biggest one pulled me off my horse and stuck his mouth in my ear, said, "Tell Guthban we expected him home soon."
Guthban? That's Battlebone in the Saxon tongue. Are you sure?
That's what he said. It's not someone here, is it?
Not that I know of.
I do not begrudge us taking in orphans, Eivor, but some of these Saxons, we hardly know them. You ought to ask around.
A good idea. You take care of yourself. Let me see to this.
Thank you, Eivor.
No problemu. Jakiś mam ten.
A new letter.
Nowy list. Przeczytaj list Somy. O! Pojawiłeś się już dziś w Ej Boże, pojawiłeś się dziś w mych myślach. Myślałem o tym, co czułam, kiedy straciłam Gatton Bridge. Złość, zwątpienie. Mogłeś odzyskać miasto, ale w rzeczywistości zrobiłeś o wiele więcej. Mogłeś odzyskać to, co utraciłam w sobie. Ci moi ludzie, miasto są silniejsze niż kiedykolwiek, a ja znowu przewodzę z dumą. Soma. Ale to już czytałem chyba kiedyś. No to jest gdzieś za... Za tym? Kurde, myszka mi znowu wyjechała. Kim jest Good Pan?
Rowan.
Ah, Eivor. How's the day, my friend?
I'm well, Rowan. I had only a small question. Do you know anyone named Guthban?
Guthban? Nothing comes to mind. Should I?
It is not a question of should.
Ah. Is it a horse?
No, it's,
A lover?
No,
Nie.
Rowan, it's no one.
You came here to ask me about no one.
Thank you for your time.
Eivor, hey!
Już się witaliśmy, gościu. Tu też trzeba wszystko zrobić. Jezu, ile tu jest do roboty. Masakra. A to co to za...
Octavian.
Octavian.
Salve, Eivor. How are you?
Well, thank you. A question. Does the name Guthban mean anything to you?
Guthban. It's not Latin, is it?
It is a name, I think. But no face comes to mind. I fear it may be a moniker. A false name.
So you came to me? Why would you come to me about a false name? Do you think my name is false?
No. Is it?
I am Octavian. I've always been Octavian. Now, please, Eivor, this is not a good time for me. I am terribly busy. Good day.
No widzę, kurde, wciągnęły cię kamienie. Dobrze, nie przeszkadzajmy ci. O, Clover tam gdzieś jest chyba. Słyszałem. Tajemniczy nieznajomy. Oddamy Randwi TTT. Zrobimy tą misję, oddamy Randwi ten. I zakończymy sobie odcinek.
Tarbin, do you have a second? I was wondering if...
I am Guthban, Eivor. It means battlebone. Not the
To
name of
ty!
a cheery baker, is it?
Not one who bakes bread, no. So, how did you earn this name?
Before I came here, I lived another life. A brutal, bloody life. I served with a gang of mercenaries.
Oh fuck.
I was their weapon, roaming the wilds of England. Did whatever they asked of me, and all they asked was violence. When I left, I laid this sword on the grass and made a vow. I swore never to spill another drop of blood, to abandon acts of violence, to never kill again.
A hard promise for a hard man.
It wasn't, not for me. This life here is all I've ever wanted. I've never been more at peace. This is my doing. I brought all this upon you. It is down to me to fix it.
Tarbin, by threatening you, they threaten my clan. I cannot allow that.
These men are foul, Eivor. You should not have to fight my battles for me.
Do you not hear me, Tarbin? If they threaten you, they threaten me. So let us face them. Together.
Very well. Meet me outside when you're ready. I believe I know where they will be.
Okej. No to chodźmy.
If you wish to face your old friends, I'm ready when you are.
Good. I'll lead the way.
No to prowadź. Uważaj za tarbanem do kryjówki.
I want you to know. Should it come to blows with my old crew, I can handle it myself. Forgiving me is all the work you need to do.
Gościu, ja tam lecę też dla bezpieczeństwa klanu i ciebie. Bo jak jesteś naszym piekarzem, to jesteś bardzo kluczowy.
You're living the life you want, aren't you?
Nie mogę ciebie stracić, gościu. Bez jedzenia ludzie zgłodują. Będą głodować. Będą głodować, umrą. Nie będzie klanu. Zostanę sam.
Will they attack us on sight?
I shouldn't think so. No. Nothing like that. It's not how Wilf operates. Yes, he's a clever one. And rather kind when you meet him. Makes you feel like you're a friend. Family, even. I met him a decade ago, and he was the first person to truly welcome me. To see some value in me. He told me I had a gift. For intimidation. Persuasion. Violence.
Ale dar.
Just by the size and strength of me.
Tak jak
he
Ashley
knew
ma
how
dar
to use me.
zainfekowania Leona, kurde, w Rezydencie. Nagrywając ten odcinek dopiero czwarty odcinek Rezydenta nagrałem, więc jeszcze Ashley nie spotkałem, ale już jestem blisko. Mam nadzieję, że się Leon z tego wyleczy. No i gdzie oni są? Jezu, daleko to trochę. Dobra, już chyba wiem gdzie. Już widzę.
So what do they want from you now?
Aha, nie
They'll want
tam.
me back. They'll want me to be the man they think I am. Monstrous and massive. Wilf and them were the only family I had then. But their love was conditioned. Wilf only loves what he owns.
So what do you intend?
I know I won't go back. I don't want more blood on my hands. But apart from that, it's hard to say. Who knows what they have in mind?
No zobaczymy, co oni mają w głowie. Jak będą mi grozić, to nie będą już mieli tej głowy, nie będą mieli czym myśleć. I nie będzie tak fajnie. Boże, jak to daleko. Masakra. Paliwo mi się w koniu skończy. Zaraz będzie mi tu bąki puszczał. Masakra. Daleko jeszcze? Daleko jeszcze? Daleko jeszcze? Daleko jeszcze? Chyba daleko. To tu? Nie wygląda.
That house there. They're likely within. It won't look like much, Eivor. But don't be fooled. And don't take Wilf lightly, charming as he seems. The man is a serpent.
I've met plenty of charmers who turned out to be snakes.
I know. Only a warning. Let's go inside.
Okej. Jednak do Randwi pójdziemy już w kolejnym odcinku, a tu sobie to zakończymy. A ja poza odcinkiem jeszcze sobie powkładam te runy do mojego sprzęta. Ale wąs.
Gotham, my boy, as I live and breathe, you got my message. And you brought a friend. Who might you be, Dane? His new leash?
I am Eivor, and the woman you robbed was one of my clan. That will not stand.
I know. I'm busted up about it. But tell Tekla, was it? Tell her that her ale is some of the finest we've tasted.
On mnie zaraz mu przyjebie.
I am done with you, Wilf.
But we are not done with you, boy. We gave you food, shelter, ale to drink, riches galore. We made you who you are.
For all you did for him, he repaid you with blood and sweat. Did he not?
You're a fiery one, I like that. But the ink was dried on this deal well before your number arrived in England. If you wish to clear Tarbin's name, I'm happy to help with that. It's only a small matter of cost. Some weeks back, soldiers confiscated my personal wares, shall we say. Tried to confiscate me as well, but I gave them the slip. If you're keen, you could recover my belongings and return them to me. Do that, and your name is clear.
I can't. I promised myself I would leave all this behind. But
If it will clear Tarbin's name, we will recover what is yours. Where are these soldiers?
Camped not far to the west. A battalion of bloated, brainwashed military men. You can't miss it for the smell.
Wait here then. We
Tylko,
will
że on
return before you sprout
powiedział, że
another
oczyści
pair of
jego
horns.
imię. To
To
odpuści, ale nie powiedział, że odpuści naszemu klanowi. Takich właśnie gnoi trzeba ciągnąć za słowa.
You found it.
I did. Let's bring this back to Wilf.
What?
You handled that
Kiedy?
better than I would have.
Kiedy ja to zrobiłem? Nie pamiętam, ale zrobiłem.
Is this the sort of work you did with Wilf?
Oh, they have
Szybko
returned.
poszło.
We have your goods.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Put them there.
The ledger.
Of course. Happy to honor it. My goodness, such a lack of trust these days. It's a dark age, no mistake.
That's it then. We're done?
Aye. You are free to walk from this place and live as Tarbin the boring bread maker for the rest of your days. But you, Eivor, if you ever get tired of the settled life, we could always use a thief with your skills. Think about it.
Masz. Dobre było? No. To twoje jedyne, kurde, pragnienie, które mogę zaspokoić. Odprowadź Tarbana do osady. Jedziemy! Aha, ja mam jechać, no dobra.
Tarbin, are you satisfied?
Yes. I cannot thank you enough, Eivor. I feared the worst when I heard my old moniker, Guthban. Hadn't heard it in years. Dredges up fearful memories.
I imagine. How did you fall in with that bunch?
After my mother died, I sought family. Wilf offered it. He looked at me, took me in and told me who I was. Who I could be. I don't crave that belonging anymore. Among you lot, people accept me as I am. The greatest gift I ever got. Peace.
Many men are calm because they've never known a storm. You weathered the storm and worked through it. That is a rare thing.
That means a lot. Thank you.
Te NPC-ty trzymają drogi, a tak jest szybciej. Po co się trzymać drogi? Tu trzeba przystań. No i jesteśmy na miejscu.
It's good to be home again. That is, if I haven't robbed myself of the pleasure of calling it home.
Tarbin, in spite of all, you're welcome here. And yours was nothing but the work you love.
Right. Payment in fresh loaves of bread. I can manage that.
But first, one scrap of your past remains.
Right. The ledger.
Toss it, and purge the past.
With pleasure.
Albo spal. Dobra, lecimy do Randwi. Ale to już zrobimy w kolejnym odcinku. Zostawiajcie łapki w górę, subujcie kanał. Widzimy się już jutro. Pa, pa.